Hey, so this video is in response to Bonnet Mom and social media anxiety. I'll tell you what, I get it, 100% get it. And I mean, I don't get social media anxiety, but I understand the source that you're talking about there. So check this out. Something that I observed, it was probably 3 years ago when I was having some health concerns and needed some pretty heavy medical attention. But among everything else, I ended up, I think I was making videos around this time too. Well, that goes without saying. But cutting out video games, I fully cut out social media with the exception of YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and all them others, and it seemed to make a difference in balancing out those brainy juices we keep talking about. I think if you know where they're coming from and say we can publish something on social media and have the internal discipline of not needing to check back and see how many likes we get on it. You know, if we can really put, I don't want to say our art out there because I'm nowhere near on your level on an art ways, but say this Southern Paladin channel of mine, I make more videos on this channel that I don't look back and say, oh my gosh, how many views did that get? How many thumbs up did that get? As opposed to, say, with Lambdog76, I got into that. And when I was monetized in the partner program, it was even worse. You know, I was looking at all the stuff that social media influencers look at, like audience retention and what do they like to see, and push what they like and eliminate what they don't. I think that's a recipe for that anxiety you're talking about. If not reined in, it was very liberating to have my monetization pulled, in a way. I mean, it was a shame. Maybe. No, it was a shame because I was like trolling at the time, and it made me like turn totally evil. Like, well, but let's burn the whole motherfucker to the ground, you know? Which might have been good. I mean, that was right at the peak of the troll wars, so maybe it was just what the world needed. So that was a pretty sweet compost rotator. I always wondered who bought those things at your sister's, because I don't know what they go for out west, but around here that thing's like $150-200 to get a compost rotator. I have a semi-composter pile. It's like just a big pile of leaves that I occasionally throw food on. Not that dead oak leaves don't exactly serve as the best compost, but it's what I got. It'll be a shame in my little suburban area when they sell the lot next to me, and now there's this big pile of leaves and an old boat. Whoever buys that will have to deal with it, as I'm regretting not buying it when I could have picked it up for a few grand versus what the heck it might be going for now. But yeah, what pisses me off the most, and I don't know why, is it's pretty much Facebook that I hop on and get back off of that I have trouble with. One of my friends that I went to high school with, we were friends in high school, and he graduated, and actually he was a very talented athlete and went to play baseball for Florida A&M. And for whatever reason, when he went to college, the least racist person, one of the least racist people I'd ever meet. Like, he had more, it seemed like he was mostly hanging out with white friends, because, you know, in sports down here, you do have majority of people playing are white, and, you know, when we're in sports together, we all have common interests, so we hang out outside of sports together, and you have more in common with those people than you do with others in some cases, or at least back then you did. So So he goes to Florida A&M, and man, I reconnect with him maybe about 10 years ago, and buddy, he's like Malcolm X, a radicalized Malcolm X times 2. I mean, still tolerating me, but I don't know what it is about him that triggers me and triggers the posts that he makes. I'm betting if we're talking about mental connections, I'm betting that when I see something by him, I feel that it robs something from my childhood, maybe. Could be it. I mean, otherwise, I don't really give a shit what he thinks. Other than, no, check that. How about this? The way progressives get me as a liberal centrist is that little sliver of doubt. You know, am I wrong? And then they get me, and then they work from that am I wrong angle. And then in this game of musical chairs that politics plays so good, everybody worries about losing their own seat when they sit down. Oh, golly, that was a deep dive. What I mean by that is, say somebody on your political team does something wrong, but they're on your team and you don't say something, but somebody on the other political team says something and you go ahead or does something and you go ahead and bring it up. But you don't say anything on your team because you can't hurt your team, because everything's about doctrine and everything's about politics. Hubba, hubba, hubba. All right, everybody. More videos to come, but I figured I'd sling this out there. Y'all take it easy.